There's been so much coverage of the war in Ukraine. I cannot add anything insofar as factual history, but I do have my degree in Russian studies, and there's a couple of things I want to make clear. The first is that Vladimir Putin is very simply an evil man. He kills people that get in his way. He poisons people that get in his way. If there's a journalist that has gotten in his way, that journalist will accidentally fall from a 6-story building. He is an evil dictator. Now, there's something true, a general truth that is generally true of evil men. One, they are optimists, and two, they don't have any imagination. If a person has robbed a bank, you can be pretty certain that if he was successful, he will rob another bank, and another, and another, because he has found success the first time. He is an optimist to believe that he can do it over and over and over and over again and get away with it. That is extremely optimistic. What you should do is say, I'm going to rob 3 banks and then stop, because I'm pushing my luck. That is not the way an evil man works. He has no imagination also to change his mode of operation. That is extremely helpful to law enforcement. Once he has robbed 3 banks, they know exactly how he'll rob number 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 until he is stopped. Evil men will go as far as they can until they are stopped. There is a phrase that, an old phrase that says, an evil man will stick at naught. He has no level to which he will not stoop. He will continue in evil until he is stopped. He will kill more people and more people and more people until he is stopped. This, I think our system of government worked very well in the face of a tremendous Russian onslaught through Donald Trump. Donald was impeached twice, voted out of office, and is now sitting in Mar-a-Lago, largely being ignored. He is being ignored because he is no longer president. The only reason people listened to his foolishness prior to that is because he was president. He isn't anymore. People aren't paying attention to him, except for the lunatic fringe. But if he had been continuing as president, Vladimir Putin would, in my opinion, continue. He would stick at naught. He would be continuing invasions right along the line. There is no border that would stop him. Instead, what has happened is that this invasion of Ukraine has been extremely costly for him. He doesn't care how many Russian soldiers die. That's silly. I mean, he wants to be viewed as a wartime leader because, of course, that increases his power. He would, if he could, continue right along invasions, and if he could, he would reestablish an Eastern European Russian bloc of buffer nations that would be totally under his thumb and under his control. How far will he go in Ukraine? he will go as far as we let him go. That is how far evil men go. He does not have a plan that says, well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go in and lay waste to a bunch of Ukraine, and then I'll have some reversals, and then I'll turn around back again and just say, okay, I'll take Crimea and the Donbass region. And because these are the places I can digest, and I might be able to take the rest of the country, but I could not hold them. No. He is taking all he is allowed to take, and he will continue to do so. If for some reason our support for Ukraine folds in the next week, which will not happen in my opinion, but if it did happen, he would continue to take more, because this is what evil men will always do. They will take all they can. I have been proud of my country and the European Union and Poland to see what we've done. Foolish Republican politicians are, of course, sitting on their butts and from the sidelines saying, enforce a no-fly zone, send in American troops, do this, do that. Of course, they can say anything they want. They don't have the responsibility. And of course, it's a difficult road to hoe. You have Russia that has military doctrine that includes the use of tactical and strategic nuclear weapons, and you don't know if they might use them. And you have to decide what is the best steps to be taken. And it is galling in the extreme to have Russia say, I can do anything I want, because if you don't back off, I think I might pop a nuke. That is an ugly position to be in, but it has to be taken into account. And right now, Putin knows that if he goes unconventional with nuclear or even biological or chemical weapons, he's going to be even more hot water with the international community, and already it is costing him a lot. Now, does he care that much? He cares about himself. He does not care about the Russian people. Donald Trump did not care about the United States. They are of a kind. They care about their power, and they care about their money. Anything they do that will increase and solidify their power and money, that is the motivation. Do another 1,000 Russian troops die? Who cares? Do another 100,000 Americans die of COVID? It doesn't matter. What matters is power and money for that individual.